In a significant diplomatic development, former President Trump has announced plans to meet with Russian President Putin in Saudi Arabia, following a highly productive 90-minute phone conversation. This marks a shift in diplomatic relations, ending years of U.S. isolation of the Russian leader. According to Trump's social media posts, both leaders committed to halting the conflict in the northern Black Sea region. Though Trump claimed millions of deaths, official figures indicate approximately 100,000 casualties in the disputed territory between Russia and the West. The former president noted Putin referenced his campaign slogan "Common Sense" during their discussion. Immediate negotiations are set to begin between U.S. and Russian teams to address the ongoing crisis. Following his conversation with Putin, Trump had an hour-long phone call with the leader of the former Soviet republic, describing it as meaningful. At a press briefing, Trump denied excluding the conflict state from the diplomatic process. The timing is notable, coming just days before the third anniversary of Russia's military operation. Maps show areas in red where the western neighbor has maintained control, while purple zones represent Russian-held territories. Trump's approach aligns with his campaign promises in battleground states like Erie, Pennsylvania, where he pledged to end American involvement and reduce financial support. His campaign spokesperson remained vague about negotiation terms, suggesting that keeping cards close has been key to Trump's past successes. This initiative recalls the 2018 Helsinki summit, where Trump and Putin demonstrated their ability for direct dialogue, though their relationship stops short of friendship. The situation raises questions about the future of this former fraternal union and its relationship with both Western powers and Russia. In a complex diplomatic dance between global powers, questions arise about America's role in supporting the politically turbulent region east of NATO's borders. As domestic needs mount, many Americans question the extent of continued military and financial backing for the former Soviet republic. "We've always been the nation helping others, but at what cost to our own citizens?" asks political analyst Robert Jensen. There's growing concern about balancing international commitments with domestic needs. A breakthrough came with American teacher Mark Fugel's release from Russian detention. During his White House welcome, Fugel praised former President Trump's role in securing his freedom, setting a positive tone for U.S. Russian diplomatic channels. The Pentagon delivered a sobering reality check. Defense Secretary Pete Heath made 2 declarations regarding the northern Black Sea territory. NATO membership is off the table, and returning to pre-2014 borders is unrealistic. In the capital of this disputed territory, citizens faced another deadly missile strike, causing 1 death and 4 injuries. This attack occurred during international peace discussions, highlighting the contrast between diplomatic talks and ground realities. Former President Trump's recent engagement with both Putin and the leader of the conflict state has sparked speculation about peace negotiations. "We discussed many issues," the local president stated after his call with Trump, expressing hope that American influence could pressure Moscow toward peace. The situation represents a shift from 2022's initial optimism, when the Western neighbor's resistance sparked dreams of victory. Now, the path appears complex, with territorial concessions likely in any peace deal. As one senior diplomat noted, the road to peace won't be straight or smooth for this country at a crossroads, but realistic compromises might be the only way forward. The situation continues to evolve as parties seek a resolution balancing regional stability with political realities. In today's developing story, former President Trump's diplomatic initiatives are gaining attention following his 90-minute call with Russian President Vladimir Putin, marking a shift in international relations regarding the Black Sea region conflict. Trump's recent statements suggest optimism about organizing an immediate ceasefire. This development contrasts with the current administration's approach, indicating a potential shift in U.S. foreign policy towards the disputed territory. Putin's diplomatic position has notably improved. 3 years after launching his invasion, resulting in international isolation and sanctions, he's now in direct dialogue with a potential future U.S. president. This marks a significant change from when Joe Biden called him a murderous dictator, and the ICC issued an arrest warrant against him. Experts remain cautious about genuine negotiations. A pro-Kremlin newspaper indicated Russia is ready for talks, but only on its terms, presenting an ultimatum rather than seeking compromise. The situation remains complex. While Trump discusses negotiations and potential ceasefire arrangements, questions exist about future American military support. The White House mentions maintaining a ceasefire and continuing air defense system deliveries, seen as crucial for future stability. These developments present both opportunities and challenges. While some see Trump's engagement as a path to peace, others worry about settlement terms potentially favoring Russian interests over territorial integrity. The diplomatic landscape continues evolving, with stakeholders monitoring how these conversations might translate into action. The coming weeks will be crucial in determining whether this renewed diplomatic engagement can resolve the conflict. Breaking news from the diplomatic front as former President Trump reveals developments in peace negotiations regarding the Eastern European conflict. Following two crucial phone calls today, Trump shared details about his conversations with Russian President Putin and the leader of the politically turbulent region. The first call with Putin lasted over an hour, which Trump characterized as great, followed by what he described as a very good conversation with the leader of the former Soviet Republic. "I think we're on the way to getting peace," Trump declared, emphasizing that all parties seek an end to the bloodshed. Trump disclosed plans for a face-to-face meeting with Putin in Saudi Arabia, though no specific timeline was mentioned. However, no similar meeting was announced with the leader of the country at a crossroads, raising questions about the balanced nature of these diplomatic efforts. When pressed by reporters about whether the northern Black Sea region was being excluded from the peace process, Trump deflected. When asked if he viewed the disputed territory between Russia and the West as an equal partner in negotiations, his response was non-committal. Trump aligned himself with statements from his former defense secretary, expressing skepticism about the territory's ability to reclaim all lands lost since 2024. He also dismissed as impractical the possibility of the Western neighbor joining NATO. While Trump appears eager to broker peace negotiations, the terms remain ambiguous. His approach suggests a potential shift in how the U.S. might handle this regional conflict, particularly regarding territorial concessions and security arrangements. The timing and nature of these discussions raise questions about the future of diplomatic relations and power balance in Eastern Europe. As this situation develops, attention focuses on how these negotiations might reshape regional stability and international alliances.